Good evening, everybody. How are y'all doing? My name is Cross Product, and I have the absolute joy of bringing you the second race of the Super Metroid 100% tournament on SG Live. Let's give it up for Traviktox and Glaukio Salza. They're going to be our runners today. And in case you don't know, guys, these runners are competing for cash prizes. We have raised over $2,000 for the Super Metroid prize pool. And first place is getting $1,000. Top 8 runners in this bracket of 48 single elimination are all going to be going home with some money today. Alright, so this is 100% item completion, which means that the runners are going to have to go first. They're going to start off on the space station. Then they're going to go to planet Zebes, and they have to pick up all 100 items. Whatever else, other kind of achievements or whatever you think might be involved in beating Super Metroid, other optional endings or whatever might be out there, those are not required for this run. This is simply go through the planet, pick up 100 items without using major glitches, and then defeat Mother Brain and blow up planet. But before we blow up planet, we have to blow up base station. And here's the baby Metroid. Ridley's going to be shown here, and the idea is the runners want to damage themselves down below 30 health as quickly as possible so that Ridley flies off, and they can initiate the self-destruct sequence of Sarah Station. And it looks like Glaukio's stream is gonna get everything synced up pretty soon, hopefully. Glaukio's stream is about a second ahead. But even with that, still seems to be just a hair in the lead right now. So leading up to this week, the last couple weekends, we had qualifier races. The format of this tournament was 4 qualifying rounds, and the best time of each for each runner across all qualifiers would place them in the tournament brackets. The top 48 runners were received, and every single one of these runners has shown us a 100% item completion time of under an hour and a half. Seed number 48 was 1 hour 28 seconds, and no, 1 hour 28 minutes and 56 seconds. Our runners today see Traviktox on the left, who is slightly favored to win here by about 5 minutes. 1 hour 23 minutes 50 seconds is their qualifying time, and Glaukio Salza on the right, their qualifying time was 1 hour 28 minutes and 4 seconds. So actually 4 minutes 14 seconds apart in qualifying time. And pretty similar PB. PB's separated by actually over 5 minutes, 5 minutes 10 seconds. So 1:22:32 is the PB for Traviktox on the left, and Glaukio Salza on the right. Personal best time 1 hour 27 minutes 42 seconds. So yeah, about 5 minutes apart, but you can see that the time difference in the qualifying race. Whoa, what just happened? You just went down that hall really fast. So yeah, that's I guess it's not new anymore. People that have been watching the Super Metroid races know the moonfall trick, where Samus can exceed the falling speed cap. Well, Traviktox having a couple of hiccups here. Glaukio Salza beats them to the elevator. Remember, Traviktox is the one with the faster qualifying time and personal best, but also remember that the pressure's on. I mean, you can see the time difference. You know, you've got a 5 minute, 10-second difference in personal best when you're just at your absolute most focused. This is the best run I've ever put together. And then in the qualifier races where there's a little bit more pressure there, and you know, you have to do it on the spot. Like, you have to do this run. Like when you're doing a personal best, when you're playing on your own time, you take the run that you want. But in a tournament setting like this, you have to push onward, no matter how the situation's going. So, yeah, oops, we lost the timer there. That's okay. So anyway, we have about a 30, 40-second difference in the qualifying times versus the personal best times. So, yeah, mindset is definitely going to be a key factor here with about a 5-minute difference in raw skill level. However, both of these runners have been in Super Metroid tournaments for years. I remember one of the first Super Metroid 100% tournaments before, you know, while SpeedGaming was still a burgeoning network, and we had, before Link to the Past Rando even came on the scene, we had a Super Metroid 100% tournament, and these guys were in it. So definitely no stranger to the pressure of performing in front of a live audience, and maybe new to the pressure of having money on the line. So I don't know if that's going to play into the mindset of these guys, but very seasoned runners and very experienced on the tournament scene. Okay, so this is, not counting Saris Ridley, this is the first mini-boss, Bomb Terizo. It's going to require 8 missiles or whatever. It's really important to come into this fight, or whatever, 8 or something. Each missile is worth 5 pea shooters. And wow, really fantastic drops for Traviktox on the left there. So it's important to come into this fight with full health so that you can guarantee missile drops. And while Traviktox got a lot of missile drops, he can't carry more than 5 at a time, so it looked like he overwrote some of those drops, and then took an unfortunate hit and didn't get any missile drops on the second egg volley, so that's going to be a little bit more time in Glauciosaurus' favor. Now about a room behind Traviktox. Still has to go through the parlor here, and Glauciosaurus is on to grab the first energy tank. And I'm not counting to 100, but I think this is 3. We got Morph Ball. No, it's just 4. We got Morph Ball, missiles, bombs, and our first energy tank. So far, this run has not quite diverged from the any percent run, and by quite I mean at all. However, we're going to see the first divergence when the runners go on to grab the early Super Missile Pack in Green Brinstar. They're going to go ahead and full clear that entire area, including the reserve tanks and all the missile packs as well. And, oh, I did not actually take a look at, Traviktox has to do a little bit of farming here. He either needs full health so that he can guarantee missile drops from the frogs, or he needs to get missiles off of the Kago there. And really nice mock ball executed by Glauciosaurus, pretty much the bread and butter of the Super Metroid speedrun. It's really the first tech that you're going to need. He's going to get a nice damage boost off of this super missile grab too. There we go. So grabbing this early super missile pack allows the runners to skip Spore Spawn. And wow, this is fantastic early supers room from Traviktox. Yep, so the idea is, hey, we can get these super missiles without fighting another mini-boss, Spore Spawn. And you might think to yourself, but wait, there's a super missile pack behind Spore Spawn. How are we going to get to that? And I will let the runners answer that in about 40 minutes when they actually come back to Brinstar. And just like that, a little high five in the Brinstar reserve room. And ooh, Glauciosaurus missed a mock ball here. There's a really nice strat if you... Oh, Traviktox actually... Okay, Glaucio grabbed the reserve tank first, which made it look like he was a little farther ahead than he actually was. Or less, rather. Yep, yep. It different, y'all. And there's that mock ball from Traviktox. That is a sweet strat. It takes a pretty precise jump coming out of that door. So Glauciosaurus, it took the safe path through this room where you do a long jump and jump over the first fly. Let's see. And Traviktox does the same, but his jump was a little bit shorter. So one of the things that you're going to look out for in Super Metroid speedruns is that Samus is slow when she's jumping. I don't know if you guys have ever played Smash Brothers, but where you going, Glauco? You missed that missile pack. I'm just kidding. They'll be back. I don't know if you guys have ever played Smash Brothers. I mean, probably some of you have, but Samus jumps pretty slow in that game, and I think that's a carryover from this game. You always want to spend more time on the ground than in the air in Super Metroid. So just Traviktox taking a slightly shorter hop in that Decora room, in the long pink room, long pink. Uh, we have Big Pink now, and never mind. It's a dumb name. It's the Decora room. Hopefully we don't get to see the Decora today, but you never know. I promised I wouldn't mention the animals. I'm so sorry. We do have to see the Edicoons, though. Alright, Glaucio's house is going down. Nobody, or see if Traviktox also goes down. And wow, what a catch-up. Traviktox already showing off. Less than a room behind now. Or a short room like this one. Yeah, so both runners are going down. Most runners will head down Red Tower from there. I believe that Zost, one of the top runners of Super Metroid, actually goes up the Red Tower to grab power bombs early. And there are a couple of pros and cons to doing so. The main reason you're doing it is so that you only have to visit Kraid's Lair once. So there's one wing of the game where the runners are about to head, where there's a missile pack, and the runners are going to have to return to grab that missile pack. Getting the power bombs early means that you don't have to go to that Kraid's Lair wing twice. But both of these runners taking the same route so far. There are two major routes, two different routes. There are some little tweaks like grabbing early power bombs, what have you. But the big main route differences are going to be whether the runners get Ice Beam or Grapple Beam on their first trip to Norfair. Glaucio Salza kind of stubbed his toe on the floor there in the Marx Brothers room. Traviktox took a different strat in that room altogether, so it's hard to say. So this is gonna be a big factor here as well. This is the first major boss. This is Kraid. If all goes well, you will not see Kraid. If all goes well, you will not see Kraid's full body. You will just see the upper half. But we'll see if the runners manage to pull off the Kraid quick kill here. Glaucio Salza going for a safer strat, which causes a little bit more lag with a charge shot. Very well executed here. Traviktox seems to be going for the faster Kraid quick kill, and that's going to be another second or two that Traviktox gains over Glaucio Salza. Maybe half a second. And we've got some Varia suit sync here. This is a decently long cutscene for picking up a suit versus all of the other 100 item fanfares that you're going to hear. 101 item fanfares, but the game only pauses for 100 of them. And those of you that have been following Super Metroid 100% know exactly what I'm talking about. And those of you that aren't, we'll figure it out as we go along. So yeah, Traviktox is gaining some ground here constantly. And there is also another slight divergence on whether runners grab the energy tank now or later. Looks like Glaucio is grabbing it now. And that Super Metroid 100% run, years and years ago that I mentioned, one of the runners, I believe it was Turtle, who popularized the idea of, hey, we have to come back to Kraid's Lair anyway. Let's do it at a time where that energy refill is convenient. So he actually did it after Krakenmeyer grapple beam and came back to get a health refill going in the wrecked ship, which is undeniably the most dangerous part of the run in 100%. So getting that health refill at an opportune time where you're not really losing a whole lot of time to get it at that time. Really, the only reason it's slower is because you're going back in there without like space jump and screw attack. Alright, and are we... Oh wow, really fast can room for Traviktox, pulls into the lead. And we have some sync. Alright, Traviktox maintaining the lead through the high jump boot area. And I don't know if I mentioned the seed numbers before of these runners. I mentioned the time difference, but Traviktox is seeded at number 21 and Glaukio Salza is number 44. In case you're wondering, the number 1 seed is, to nobody's surprise, Shiny Zenny with a qualifying time of 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 44 seconds. Beating out Behemoth, actually. Behemoth being the world record holder of this category at 1:13:35. Behemoth is seated number 2, right behind him. And we have the usual suspects, Zost, Oats, and Goats, trailing them as well. So while I was looking up those stats on my notes here, someone in chat suspected that we might have actually had an item passed by the Cathedral missiles. Looks like Diddy Kong's gonna go ahead and double check that, but there is the speed booster, a very important run item in speed run because boost speed. 5-year-old memes. Okay. We'll double check that, but Glaukio did gain significant time since the high jump room, if not just for that item fanfare. Not sure if they route differently, but there's... That would just mean skipping the frog tunnel and going back through Cathedral on the way out of Lower Norfair, as far as I can tell. Whoop! Took a little drop there. Traviktox was going for a gap skip. So yeah, Traviktox apparently is a 1 item behind. Missed the Cathedral missile heading into Bubble Mountain. They'll have to pick that up most likely on their way out of Lower Norfair, which I want to say it's possible that was intended, either to preserve health at this point in the run, which, like I said, they're coming up on a very dangerous part of the run, or maybe because they feel more comfortable grabbing that item after they have Gravity Suit. And with really nice opportunities to farm health, I doubt that it would be right now, unless... So they definitely want to head over to either Ice Beam or Crockmire. So here's where we're going to learn which route Traviktox is taking overall. And they're going for what we call the old route. They're going to go over to Crockmire and get Grapple Beam and do all that stuff rather than putting it off until after Lower Norfair, which I think optimally saves... We're speedrunning, so optimally is probably like a minute. But as far as execution and doing trickier strats under pressure, like in a tournament where you're competing for a cash prize, it's a little harder to measure, but optimally I think it's about 40 seconds if you take the new route, and a lot of that time save in the new route comes with clearing more of the game with more items like Space Jump and Screw Attack and Gravity Suit. All the stuff SM Arcade doesn't want you to have. Plasma Beam for Crockmire and Spark Suit to Shine Spark, yeah. A lot of different factors go into that time difference, but... Oh, I heard the door open. Traviktox got it. Did what we call a wraparound shot. He actually just opened a door on the left side of the screen, and you're going to see them Shine Spark across this room. And Traviktox had a bit faster of a Crockmire fight here, I think. Got the full health there. Probably not full reserves, but maybe. I don't know. There's that Shine Spark. Galaccio Salza must have opened the door as well. We don't have his audio, but he has the Super Missile selected, so we can grab that pink door. And this will be the first Power Bomb pack for the runners here. At some point, they will have to re-enter Kraid's lair and grab that one missile pack. So Traviktox does have a bit of a lead here, however, he is behind that one missile pack in Cathedral. Now, of course, the runners are going to have to keep their games running and let the credits roll so that we can confirm 100% item completion. I would say that it's, as long as Traviktox goes back for that missile pack in Cathedral, it's not going to cost them a whole lot of time, honestly, at the end of the day. It might add one door transition or something like that. It's really going to be a fairly minor difference, one or two. So let's see, you would go Bubble Mountain, Farm Room, Frog Speedway, Safe Tunnel, Business Center. That's 5. Bubble Mountain, Post-Cathedral, Cathedral, Pre-Cathedral. Oh, it's the same number of door transitions, actually. Ah, yes, the Indiana Jones strat. Whipping across the pits. Does Indiana Jones actually do that, or is that just Pitfall Harry? / Tarzan? I can't believe my mind went to Pitfall Harry before Tarzan. Well, this is speed gaming after all. We're all video game nerds here. Both of the runners have now cleared out all of the items in Crocomyre's lair, with Galaccio Salza grabbing that final missile pack. Traviktox is going to take some time to farm here, because, hey, guess where they're going? Wrecked ship. And y'all will recall that I just said, like 3 times, wrecked ship is the most dangerous part of the 100% speedrun. Galaccio Salza is way behind in energy count. Traviktox at 400, 497, almost full health, and Galaccio at about 200. We'll see how much time they spend to farm. Grabbed a couple super missiles there, but only 250. This is going to be tough. So not only are they going to have to clear out wrecked ship and the foreboding spiky room of death. Well, that was a rough door transition from Galaccio Salza. So a little bit of a tidbit for Super Metroid speedrunning. If you go into a door, you have to wait for the door to center on the screen before it allows you into the next room. And that counts even in rooms where you don't actually get to see the transition, including leaving Crocomyre's room, boss rooms, and things like that. So, alright, Traviktox is grabbing the Cathedral now. Alright, so it's this seems to have been a mistake on Traviktox's part. I can't see them routing it this way intentionally. Taking extra damage heading into wrecked ship and kind of doubling back here. And that means Galaccio Salza is going to pull ahead here. They're going to be the first one to the elevator back into Brinstar. Or, yeah, Brinstar. There are 3 rooms here which are technically Meridia, but the elevator room is not one of them. Yeah, so Traviktox, I would argue, had a faster option to grab this on their way out of Lower Norfair. However, the danger of forgetting it, I would probably write a sticky note and literally put it on my forehead so that I didn't, or maybe put it on, I don't know, stuck it to the back of my controller or something. So a suboptimal re-pickup on that Cathedral missile pack, but the important thing is that Traviktox wants to make sure that they are finishing this run with 100% item completion. But this is going to be a significant advantage for Galaccio Salza, already into the upper half of Red Tower, whereas Traviktox is about to perform the Alpha Shine Spark here. It's not really an Alpha Shine Spark in 100%. In any percent, yeah, but oops. Actually, in any percent, is there a Shine Spark in any percent new route? Between getting the speed booster and doing all the... No, there's definitely a Shine Spark so that you can use the Echoes to kill Key Hunters, if nothing else. Oh, almost nailed that really nice Red Tower strat from Traviktox, but just a little too short to grab that, to get that ledge grab at the end. Alright, so Glaucio Salza now has the energy advantage as well. I'm not sure if they just got really lucky drops, or maybe Traviktox had to expend some extra energy in order to Shine Spark out of the pre-cathedral room, but... Oh, Vile Plumed. Double Vile Plumed. It's super effective. I'm so sorry. I'll get you all a new commentator. I'm sorry. I probably can't put up with it anymore. All right. So here we're gonna see not an Ocean Fly, not a Shine Spark, at least not across the moat here. So this is technically going to be slower, not Shine Sparking across here, but this is definitely an energy conservation strat from Glaucio Salza. It wants to go into that dangerous wrecked ship with more health rather than less. Even going to tap into the reserves here. Or no. Oh, we're going for X Factor strats. Okay. We turned off Spazer on Glaucio Salza's end so that we can use X Factor, which is a special beam combo that can be used as long as you have only Charge Beam and Wave Beam equipped and have power bombs. We're gonna get some spooky missiles here. Good power bomb count, okay. Traviktox also going into the moat with grapple beam here. Even lower energy than Glaucio Salza. So this is got to be a little scary for Traviktox. The Fantoon fight itself, probably not so bad, but a couple of the rooms after fighting Fantoon are going to be quite dangerous for both of these runners at their current energy situations. Hopefully they'll get some nice drops from Fantoon. And Fantoon is going to be the second major boss out of the Golden Force statues. And, ooh, almost got a nice blue ball from Glaucio Salza. But I think maybe got a little bounce. Little bounce arena. Okay, so we're gonna have the Fantoon fight here, and it looks like Traviktox is gaining a little bit of that time back for having the double back for the Cathedral missiles, and we'll see if Fantoon helps them out. Glaucia already opening up with a slow pattern and misses the eye open, and we'll see if RNG is in Traviktox's favor here. So Glaucio is doing kind of a hybrid missile plus. Oh, we got a... Was that a mid pattern for Traviktox? Also missed the open, but also going for X Factor strats, which is fine because they're going to probably leave Spazer off until it's time to go and grab. Oh, only landed one X Factor particle, so each of those little pink energy balls does 300 damage. So if you can manage to land all four, that's 1,200, which is almost half of Fantoon's health. Fantoon has 2,400 and 2,500 energy, excuse me. And you can tell just by the shade of red that Glaucio Salza is ahead of the fight and finishes up. Traviktox going for a doppel there, only landing maybe 2 or 3 missiles in the final volley. Both energies dangerously low on health. I wonder if we're going to see a farm or a save here, or just really trepidatious movement through the spiky death room. Oh, you've got reserves. But how much? I did not see Traviktox pause to turn off Spazer, so I do not know how much reserve energy there is. And that fight is over. Shoo! Glaucio Salza is going to grab themselves 2 super missile packs and then head into one of the scariest rooms in the game, the Spiky Death Room. In the Spiky Death Room, we have water to hamper the movement, spikes on the floor and the ceiling, which will do 60 damage. Or no, I'm sorry, 30 damage with Varia suit. Oh, wait. Yeah, no. Yeah, wait. 60 for the spikes and 100 for the platforms, I believe, if they touch the platforms. Platforms have spikes too. There's just a lot of spikes, you guys. That's why we call it the spiky death room. Yeah, Traviktox did not get the RNG advantage from Fantoon that they were probably hoping for. Alright, and here we go. A Shine Spark through the room. We're still at 101. We still have some reserves. Very nice. So they are about to pick up an energy tank, which is just a huge sigh of relief in the 100% speedrun. It's kind of the... You're kind of holding your breath between Fantoon and this energy tank coming up for Glaucio. And then you just... Oh, you finally get to sigh as soon as you get that refill. Traviktox about to head into Spiky Death Room as well. Slightly lower on energy. Not sure if they're going to go for a Shine Spark. Really nice ledge grab jumping out of the water. And they're not deterred. They're going to go for a damage boost. Got a little mini damage boost. That was kind of cute. But yeah, we're going to get a little high five here in the entrance to Forgotten Highway. Don't ask me what's behind that door because I don't remember. And all right, 27. Traviktox just needs to play it cool. We're about to fill up here. Okay, and we're there. We in there. That Glaucio's audio is pretty loud. I'm sorry, you guys. Alright, so... And now we have to go clean out the rest of Rek's ship. I was trying to switch the audio to Glaucio's houses because they're in the lead right now, but oops. So, did you guys know that we have an event going on right now called SpeedGaming Live, where we have several different tournaments, and we're competing for cash prizes. The Super Metroid 100% tournament currently has a $2,250 prize pool, with the first place contestant getting $1,000. So thank you very much to all of the people that contributed to the prize pool. And thank you very much to SpeedGaming staff and tournament admins as well to make this excellent event happen. Alright, so Glaucio Salza grabs the cliff missiles. You know that those little green guys, you're actually supposed to ride them up there. Ooh, that was... Whoa! There is a super missile block there, and Glaucio missed it twice. Pretty good super count right now. The next time we're gonna really need some super missiles is probably the Bot's Wound fight. It's the mini-boss in the underwater Meridia area. And I think we're definitely going to see some bowling sync here. I think Glaucio Salza is still going to be in the lead, but we're going to see a little bit of cutscene sync coming up. And if Christofalo happens to be in the chat right now, I'm sure that he is going through his social media accounts right now, because this is what If this were a GDQ, this would be the time for donations. Well, actually, Traviktox got into the Chozo statue before Glaucio even made it down to the spikes. So we call this the bowling room because, yeah, look at it. Bowling is like this thing where you have a ball and you walk down a hill through spikes and try to knock some pins. I don't know. I haven't been bowling in like 20 years. I don't even know what bowling is anymore. All right, so there's quite an energy advantage for Traviktox. I'm not sure where Glaucia lost 400 health between picking up the wrecked ship energy tank and here. I'm gonna guess spikes, but there are a couple of long shine sparks coming up, and Glaucia's it might even have to take a ship refill here, which is gonna be probably about a 10-second advantage to Traviktox. Or Glaucia is just gonna have to not shine spark. Key hunters. They do like 6,000 damage, I think. And that's if you have gravity suit. So yeah, not in too much danger here, I would say. Gravity suit is going to provide 75% damage reduction. Oh, there's an item you gotta remember. The old bottom ocean missiles. Maybe slightly different attic strats for Glaucio Salza. Maybe perhaps did a Shine Spark, which cost them some health. But yeah, Glaucio is not likely going to have enough energy to make these two Shine Sparks coming up. I think we're going to see a ship refill. Oop, there it is. So Glaucio Salza will retain this Shine Spark through the refill animation. However, if Traviktox skips this refill, it's going to be him back in the lead. And there you have it. Wow. A ship refill difference here. I don't even think Traviktox... Oh, we didn't get another wraparound shot here. Shh. Oh, missed. You'll hear the door open. Uh-oh. We don't have Glaucia's audio. Traviktox just got it, so it still maintains the lead here. And I think we even have enough energy that we don't have to tap into reserves. That's a really nice... I'm gonna call that a feature of running the old route, where you grab an extra energy tank before wrecked ship. That's why I say it's like a 40-second difference optimally, right? Okay. And we're going to be re-entering Brinstar, where we're gonna meet some animals, and we're gonna see them for the first and hopefully only time in this run. Good damage boost to get through Gauntlet 2 here. Oh, really nice. Just landed on the edge of that platform for Glaucio, and Traviktox manages to land in the middle here. Glaucio playing it super safe here, does not want to have to take another trip here. So if you start falling down one side of that crumbled chamber, you can only get one item. So you need to make sure you're on that space between the two center blocks. Let's see, Traviktox does not do the maniacal. The maniacal is when you open that pink door, your first time through that room, or early in that room before you're coming to finish. I don't know that it's any faster. I don't see a lot of other runners do it. I like to do it just because in randomizers, you don't know how much ammo you're going to have. You don't know if you're going to have charge beam. So it makes sense in randomizer, but usually I don't think it actually ends up saving any time. Really nice moonfall from Traviktox, making it about halfway through the room. And here, we're gonna get an energy refill yet again. Bunch of energy tanks here in Brinstar. And a super missile pack. And a power bomb pack. And another power bomb pack. And another super missile pack. There's a lot of stuff here. Probably better get it all since this is 100%. A little high five through the door transition there at the Edikun Super Missile Pack. So Traviktox is going to be seeing some animals, and not sequentially, but this is what we call the 101st item fanfare. There you go. So if you ever hear anybody say 100% is the run where you hear 101 item fanfares, well, that's counting that cute little jingle from the critters there. Yep. Sorry guys, no time. Well, I like your singing, but not enough to add 20 seconds to my speedrun. 20, can you imagine if saving the animals took 20 minutes? Oh, we're going for a short charge for Traviktox here. Got it. Okay, jumped over visiting the extra animal. There's a bonus animal in that pit if you have your blue speed booster echoes as you're running across. So for the most part, the execution's going to be the rest of the runs are going to be fairly safe. We're already past that crest of difficulty that is wrecked ship. It's going to be so this is kind of going to transfer from a hey, go fast but stay alive to a hey, optimize all of your movement items, right? Because we're gonna see in a little bit space jump. We're gonna see spring ball, screw attack. We're gonna make sure that we get the most time out of those extra upgrades in this 100% run. So a couple of the reasons that there are two reasons why the runners have not collected all of these items the first time they were in Big Pink, and those two reasons are power bombs and speed booster. There are a couple of items which require power bombs to access, and one item which requires asterisk speed booster to obtain. And oh no, what's going on? They're stealing the super missile pack from Spore Spawn. They're not even gonna get to see them. So energy's going to be less of a concern here with 8 energy tanks. I mean, in the any percent run, you're going to grab 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, depending on what kind of time you're going for energy tanks. And here we have more than double, like the maximum amount you would normally see in an any percent run. So energy's not going to be a big. Hey, thanks for the raid. Well then. Let's make sure. I'm gonna have to do Out the volume controls, guys. Good news. Yeah, welcome to Speed Gaming. I missed what happened in the race in the last 20 minutes, so I'm gonna blame it all on that. It's no electrolyte restoring beverage. I'm gonna say that. Wow, this is the 5 years ago 100% tournament Super Metroid memes just refused to die. Hey, Traviktox is ahead. That's oh, they pulled ahead during the ship refill. I am so distracted right now. I apologize. I hope to get a little bit of leeway there. Anyway, the thing I was mentioning before the alert went off was that energy is not going to be a big concern in a 100% run when you have more than basically double a like low tier 80% run is going to have. However, ammo count is still going to matter. Possibly even heading into Torian, having enough super missiles. Probably not that far, but definitely for the mini boss of Meridia. With Botswoon coming up, we're gonna make sure to have enough super missiles to dispatch him quickly. The mainstream missile is another item which requires asterisk speed booster. And we're going to come up on a super missile pack for Traviktox here, the Crab Supers. And that is, I think the first time I missed an item in a 100% race was this Crab Super Missile item. Yeah, and Diddy Kong in chat also brings up a good point. There are still a couple of big time saves in some of the late game strats, even including the Torian last area of the game strats, which could still decide the difference in this race. So stay tuned, everybody. Meridia is one of those areas that's a little hard to wrap your head around in speedrun routing, mostly because there are two sand pits, and they're each one way, and each of those sand pits have two items in them. So in a 100% run, the crafters of the 100% route had to devise the most efficient way to pick up all of the item packs in Meridia. So what we're actually going to see is they're going to go and get Dragon out of the way. That's the boss of Meridia, and then they're going to come back and hit each sand pit separately. And it doesn't feel good, but we got to do it. Hydrophobic Walrus 25, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime subscription. So there are two items in this room that Traviktox just passed, but they're actually gonna come in from the right side of that room later, where it'll be slightly faster to pick up. And oh, you know what? I wonder. I want to ask Traviktox about this later. I did not see at which point they turned Spazer back on, and I imagine the reason for it was for the Criteria landing site wraparound shot. Oh, pretty nice X Factor. It looks like they landed 3 out of 4 particles, so that's going to require 7 more super missiles to finish the fight. And does it in one cycle? Wow. Oh no, Traviktox, you missed other item. Go back. Glaucus Salza going for a similar setup for their X Factor, lands 3 out of 4 as well. But got a quick pattern and has to wait for Batsuan to re-emerge. But Batsuan was a good boy and did a little acid spittle. So does anybody want to hear the story of why Traviktox's screen is now showing the precious missiles? Anyone want to know why they call this the precious room? Then check out our wiki. What is it? wiki.supermetroid.run. And there's a picture of Upside Down Behemoth, who, remember, is the world record holder in this category. So it was a typo. I'll spoil it. It was just a typo, but it caught on. Courtesy of Eternized Dragon, who is just a fantastic, wonderful theory crafter of Super Metroid. Most of the strats, I don't know about most, but if you need to know anything about Super Metroid, he's the guy. He knows every little detail about the programming behind this game. Traviktox unloading some super missiles there, so that ammo, the ammo stores that he had from earlier are paying off here. We're gonna go for a spark suit, it looks like. We gave up. Glaucus Salza. Oh, didn't look like had a very good X factor there, but a really good pattern from Dragon, so see if that helps. They're gonna go for a quick grapple here, and bam. This is gonna do about 50 plus health to Samus, and just fry the shrimp. Just fried. And if the little shrimp spell Keiku Love as Dragon is spawning, what do they spell when Dragon is passing away? That's what I want to know. They spell arc. They spell anime sweat. No wait. Anyway, forget it. Just edit that part out. This isn't live, is it? Oh, hey, welcome to SpeedGaming Live, a tournament where runners are going to be competing for cash prizes. Alright, phew, Traviktox remembered that E-Tank. And of course I was kidding before, that the intended route is to grab that energy tank on your way out of Dragon, because you already have the momentum going left to right, you don't want to break that to grab an E-Tank in a room that you're going to pass 2 more times. And we'll see if we get a really nice... Oh, missed the blue ball there, so we're just going to get a little short charge here. Or not. Okay, we'll get another crack at it. Like I said, we're going to pass through this area one more time. And we're coming up on everybody's... So I just want to say, guys, I am so sorry, but I have to break this to you. If you go in, if you really are looking at the code of Super Metroid and the way that the designers program the game, Shaktul is technically an enemy, alright? If you go and look at how it's designated in the game code, he's an enemy. Don't blame me, that's just the way the game is coded, and I'm sorry. But anyway, Traviktox is going to be visiting a being that some people have sympathy for, and we're going to watch him dig through a wall. And it's going to be a great time for donations if we had a host reading off donations today. So yeah, this is just a lot of speedruns have arbitrary wait times, and Super Metroid, to be fair, compared to some other speedruns, Earthbound, which I love by the way, compared to some other speedruns, Super Metroid is pretty low on the mandatory wait times. And where the heck is Christofalo with that social media report? I want to know what's going on the face page and Twiddlebots. All right. We're not sponsored by any big companies, by the way. Alright. Nice damage boost from Glaucio Sazza. Also going to be heading into Shaktul, and Traviktox going to pick up a little bit of momentum. Not unlike, you know, running through the doors in Sarah Station at full speed, you know? Oh, Spring Ball. So, Spring Ball is legit one of the coolest items to see in a speedrun. It's so unfortunate that it's too far out of the way to be worth, but it's just, it's a constant time save. You know, if I were playing a randomizer and Spring Ball were a little bit out of the way, you know, despite it being logically required in certain circumstances, I would still pick it up just for the little bit of time save that it saves you throughout the entire rest of the game. Not only do you get to jump while in morph form and more easily lay bombs in midair, but you can also do some really cool speed booster strats with it, and hopefully we're going to get to see some of those today. Han Sprungbill. Well, I am too wired for randomizer at this point, and I legit thought Glaucio was going to go to the right and check the item and see what it was first. Oh, it's vanilla. I'm sorry, that is the last we will talk of randomizer for the rest of the evening. I can't guarantee that because we do have other races tonight. Make sure you guys all check out SpeedGaming's schedule. I think we have one more race tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to be between Bressingham and Tilmorf. And then a 2 a.m. race. Wow. Maniacal, whom I've mentioned before for liking to open that pink door to Torian, is going to be racing at 2 a.m. So those are going to be on SpeedGaming and SpeedGaming 2, respectively. And we have a treat because Apathy Duck is going to be commentating both of those races, and he'll be joined by Tracy M at the 2 a.m. race. So if you're on the West Coast, we have 2 more races on September 30th. And if you're in Europe, then it's already tomorrow. Hello from the future. Or past. So Traviktox has picked up Plasma Beam. Glaucio Salza is about to grab it, and it's a good thing there's Plasma Beam because you needed to kill the space pirates to get out of this room. So Traviktox does still have to pick up the missile and super missile pack in Aqueduct, whereas Glaucio Salza already picked them up. So that's going to be basically a little bit of free catch-up for Glaucio Salza. However, it's not going to be quite the extent that they're behind at the moment, but there are a number of other factors which could play into determining tonight's victor. Oster, don't make me laugh in front of the SpeedGaming live audience. Son of a gun. Well, look at that spring ball time save. Didn't even have to put a bomb down for Glaucio Salza there. And 2 out of 3 quick drops ain't bad on those crumble blocks, Traviktox. Well done. We're gonna head into that left sand pit, get a reserve tank and a missile pack. I know what's in this game. I completely know all of the vanilla positions of every item. Hey, get that! Nope! Glaucio really needs that energy tank because this is the last time that they are hoping to be in this post-bots wound room. Look at that. Spring Ball's just saving time left and right here. So good. Yeah, Glaucio already grabbed the Aqueduct items, so they're about a sandfall and a half away. That's such a weird measurement of time. I'll stick to seconds and minutes, thank you. Alright, so the next goal is to head back into Norfair, pick up Ice Beam, which will increase beam damage, and then go and defeat a mini-boss and a boss in Lower Norfair, the penultimate zone of the game. But first, Traviktox is going to take a quick detour into Kraid's lair and grab that missile pack that we mentioned earlier. Now that they have Speed Booster, it's going to be a little bit faster to grab it now than it would have been to come in here earlier. That crab just refused to get plasmid. So looking at ammo count right now, Glaucio Salza has a slight advantage in super missile count, but I think that Traviktox has enough to the point where it's not going to make a huge difference. Every boss that they fight from now on is going to have, they're going to have a full beam combo, which means 900 damage with a charge shot. Super missiles will deal 300 or 600 depending on the boss. Oh, nice blue ball strat here. Whee! This is a nice room to have spring ball. Unless you forget. Well, maybe they'll show off the blue ball in Ridley's stomach. Is there a donate button? No? Alright. Well, the prize pools for these tournaments have been provided by viewers like you, so thank you for the contributors. Donating generously a $2,000+ prize pool for this Super Metroid 100% tournament. Maybe this will work. It's gotta be on there somewhere. That SG Live link. I wonder if the phrase "viewers like you" is copyrighted, and if it is, I apologize to whatever company might hold that copyright. I feel like it might not be. Alright, we're heading off into Lower Norfair. And let's see what kind of lava dive strat we get here. It looks like we were going for a damage boost off of the No? I think it's called the round frog. And didn't get it, but that's cool. Some nice movement between Ice Beam and Lower Norfair for Glaucio Salza trying to. Oh, are we gonna get the Spring Ball strat here? Watch Traviktox. Here's why Spring Ball is amazing. Here's why Spring Ball is pretty good. Very nearly missing the final jump in the acid drain room here, but still looked really impressive there coming through the door. Or. Do we have to start the orb beams already? I mean, this is like day one of SpeedGaming Live. Can we like get a couple days in? This game does have a very prominent orb though, so I don't blame you. Alright, so we have to come into this room to grab a missile pack and super missile pack, which means unfortunately another mini boss here, but it's not long for this world. So I wonder something. We're gonna find out something here. Okay, so Traviktox does use an aim down mapping as evidenced by being able to shoot straight up while crouching. So I'm kind of wondering about that spazer turn on if Traviktox just doesn't have a consistent setup. So I'm gonna go way back to when these runners were on the ship doing that gauntlet spark and the wraparound shot. Oh! That is a very unfortunate fall from Glaukio Salza, missing the missile pack in the one-way crumble blocks in Golden Torizo's room. So that's just going to be a big loop around and have to go grab that item again. Wow, that's, you hate to see it. I hate to say it, but you hate to see it. And there it is. That's alright, Traviktox can still fall on the dead mouse missiles here. Shoutouts to Kip. Shoutouts to Kip, who's also organizing the tournament somewhat from behind the scenes. Really cool dude. I like that hamster ball. And Traviktox makes it safely out of the hamster room, so... yeah, that's gonna be one of the other tricky crumble drop trip ups there. See, Glaukio Salza, unfortunately, is gonna have to go all the way back through. Won't have to do the drain the acid cutscene again. However, just all of this movement and door transitions that Glaukio is gonna have to do to double back for that missile pack. Wow. Alright, so Glaukio Salza has picked up the item, and we can see, so Traviktox, we'll see what time they enter the green door, ending into the Metal Pirates here. 1:06:08 according to Glaukio's clock. And no grouping strat for the Metal Pirates, but still dispatching them in a very timely manner. 1:06:08. I'm gonna write that down, because I'll probably forget if I don't. I'm gonna write it right down in chat so you guys can remember it for me. $20 charge shots for Ridley here. They could weave in some super missiles as well, but not gonna save a terrible amount of time here. They want a modicum of super missiles going into Torian for mostly just for the Metroids. Depending on what kind of Zeb skip they do, they might want some super missiles to break the first Zebitite barrier. Alright, pretty good there. Wow, just jumping right in the claw there. Good job, Traviktox. And they will be rewarded with an energy tank and full health refill. And we call that item that Glaukio just picked up Power Bombs of Shame. That's because in the any percent run, you're not supposed to pick those up, but if you do, you done goofed. And not conserved your ammo correctly. And, oh, that's Kago is not being... Alright, 1:08:15, about 2 minutes behind for Glaukio Salza, which, you know, comparing the qualifier and personal best times is actually really good. Still a pretty good run for Salza coming up. I'd say they're about like 2.5 Ganon falls apart. I'm so sorry. Yeah, one of the nice things about having a screw attack is you basically just get to ignore enemies and plasma beam. Screw attack and plasma beam. Good combo here. Oh, I'm surprised Glaucio jumped high enough to make Ridley turn around there. I'm gonna say that was frame perfect. Good job. A little too fast to get this damage boost, I think. Nope, Traviktox nailed it. Is down for Glaucio Salza, so they just have to clean up all of the rest of the item pickups and head over to Torian, as does Traviktox, but they've got about a 2-minute lead, remember. Damage boost from Glaucio, entering the pre-relay room. Or exiting the... Yeah, you guys are paying attention, you know what's going on. Hey, Glaucio Salza seems to have some pretty good practice on this lower Norfair escape to this point here. And let's see, we're not going to go for the ceiling clip that we saw from Traviktox, but that's fine here. We gotta have a little blue ball here. We'll miss this a short charge, but stays with it, puts those bombs down. And everybody's second favorite dog emote from Twitch there. Everyone post your second favorite dog emote. We're going to see that again on Glaucio Salza's room, but the missile pack that Traviktox just picked up are affectionately called the Franker Z missiles. Because it looks like the emote. Traviktox is going to pick up 3 items here. I call this the bro fist room. That one hasn't caught on yet, but it looks like someone doing a bro fist. And I stand by that. And it hasn't caught on yet, but I still want it. I still believe. They'll head back through on their way out. You can see that I'm right. Wow, someone's posting a bunch of cats. Glaucio Salza is picking up the Hoda Ruby missiles, which I wonder if... Hoda Ruby is actually seeded number 9 in this tournament. Hoda Ruby being a Japanese runner that popularized a spring ball strat in that room. And we got power bombs in jail. And bubble mountain missiles for Traviktox. Another oft-forgotten item. Another one of those 99% item completion traps. And Traviktox did already double back for those cathedral missiles, so can take the quick route through Frog Speedway here. And Glaucio Salza is going to be getting those Franker Z missiles, so you can have another look at that room layout. Look at that. It's like a telephone, but a dog. So Traviktox just reached the elevator to head from Norfair back into Brinstar. This would be the point that the 2 major routes converge for the 100% speedrun. And Traviktox still has some items to get in Retro Brinstar. So this is one room where the new rail optimally would have a really fast strat where they get to store a Shine Spark and come straight through. But, you know, Space Jump, Speed Booster, Screw Attack, another good combination for coming through here. And grabbing X-Ray Scope, now they can find where the items are. And Traviktox actually has dash mapped to B. That is default. Fun fact. Fun fact, the default control scheme for Super Metroid is a Chrono Trigger reference. Well, if you count item select as a face button, because who would map item select to select? Anyway. Are we gonna get a what? You know what? Oh, we didn't. So that's still a pretty fast way to do this room. There's a really tight, fun-looking strat called Reverse Slinky, but it is extremely difficult to pull off. You have to spin jump through the doors. Yeah, it's very involved. We'll just leave it at that. And you can see the kind of mindset from speedrunners here. Traviktox taking the momentum to lay the powerbomb first before going back and grabbing the powerbomb. It's just kind of like, it's just the speedrun mentality of, you know, like what's gonna be the longest task I have in this room, and how can I do that the fastest possible? It's almost like programming in that way. You know, where you have a limiting factor on your speed. You know, I have to wait for this bomb to go off, so what can I be doing in the meantime? It's also kind of like, you know, doing dishes while your food's in the microwave. And we've got the Billy Mays room for Traviktox. You know, rest in peace. Because there's 2 items. X-ray scope for Glaucio Salza. Alright, if executed properly, we're going to see a cool Shine Spark from Traviktox. He's going to go back through the retro Mother Brain room, which is, you know, visually a reference to the NES Metroid game, so a lot of cool touches that Geoforce put into this game. And there's a Shine Spark, gonna get through there fast. Just gotta grab a missile pack that, you know, I guess that Samus, on her first trip to Zebes, like, as she shot the missiles, some of them landed, she missed a couple, and they landed below Mother Brain's tank, and then, like, encased themselves in a glass jar. Oops, we got a little X-ray use from Traviktox. Alright, so Traviktox is hopefully at 99% right now. That's the plan, anyway. And unfortunately, with having to double back for the Gold Torizo missiles, not even a baby skip is going to be enough for Glaucio Salza to catch up here. Alright. Battle plan! I shouldn't laugh at myself, but Traviktox, in theory, just picked up 230 missiles there. 230. Keiko put me up to it. I'm blaming him. long time. Alright. Well, Galkio has that retro Mother Brain Shine Spark coming up as well, and Traviktox will have their third chance to check social media. Where you at, Christofalo? Standing here watching the statues rust. Okie dokie, Glaucio Salza is about to grab the ultimate super missile and penultimate item. TM, asterisk, hashtag, copyright, schwa. And Traviktox is going to turn off Varia Suit and Screw Attack here. So turning off Screw Attack will facilitate the Zebetite skip, which tells me that Traviktox is not going to be going for the Spring Ball skip. And turning off Varia Suit, which will make the stand-up glitch easier, and that's going to allow Traviktox to deal damage to Mother Brain Phase 3 during a cutscene. And looking fantastic on ammo right now. Not even gonna have to think about picking up drops from the Metroids here. Placing these braces! Alright. I think I'm fired from SpeedGaming after today. You don't have to worry about me anymore. Dang it, KQ! By the way, KQ is SpeedGaming staff, so shout out to SpeedGaming for putting on this event where runners can compete for cash prizes. It's called SpeedGaming Live, and you're watching it right now. Alright, so this is the aforementioned baby skip coming up for Traviktox. Babby grew up, and we'll see if Babby gets skipped. However, Glaucio Salza is now just entering the Golden 4 room and is going to have to sit through this this wait time. One jump. Unfortunately misses the baby skip. We'll either have to do a Crystal Flash, which is not great with reserve tanks, but yeah, gonna have to go to that refill room. We don't have confirmation on the missile count right now, but at this point it doesn't matter because Deer Force decided it'd be a good idea to lock you in the end of the game. You know, you actually can't go back and collect more items at this point, so it's just going to be a matter of finishing and watching those credits to see that 100% flash by at the end of the game. Unless Traviktox wants to go back to the last save, which is after they blew up Surah Station, you know, 1.5 minutes into the run, or however long it takes to do Surah Station. It usually takes me like 40 minutes, I don't know. Alright, we're going for the standard Ice Zeb skip here. Very well executed from Traviktox. I missed if Glaucio turned off... Oh, Glaucio obviously has Screw Attack still on, so maybe we'll get to see a Spring Ball Screw Attack. No. A Spring Ball Zeb skip. I've already said it like 3 times, and I somehow forgot how. Oh, a really nice early bomb placement, which you know, Glaucio Salza kind of optimized that shaking off the Metroids there, which was pretty cool. Gotta give it to him. Credit where credit's due. And we'll see if Glaucio Salza manages to grab the baby skip here. So Traviktox, what they're going to plan on doing is finishing this fight at about 700 XDX health. take the rainbow beam for 600 damage since they turned off Varia's suit, and then damage down below 100, and allow Samus to move around during the Phase 2 to Phase 3 cutscene. Ooh, Glaucus has almost an identical attempt at the baby skip there. Could actually start making their way to the door and, you know, save a frame or two there, but, you know, it's fine. They're actually just going to shoot the seaweed out, so it's not going to really make that much of a difference. Like I said, a frame or two. The important thing is not to accidentally walk through the door while the baby is hugging you. And gonna rely on the reserve tanks here. Ooh, I like this play. Either gonna rely on reserve tanks or do a crystal flash. Okay, we're just gonna get like an energy check here. Not enough. Remember, you do need 301 energy at minimum to finish Mother Brain 2 and the Rainbow Beam. And here we see Traviktox employing that stand-up glitch, and it does not get glued to the floor. That's very nice. There is a way out of it, but... Alright, so what Glaucus House is going to do here is... Did the Spring Ball Zeb skip, which I called out before. That's really cool. I love that strat. And we're also going to see them damage down below 50 or less health. So between 1 and 50 energy, they're going to have to be at in order to do a Shine Spark. That's going to refill their energy heading into the Mother Brain Phase 2. Get in the acid. You need to get in the acid. Come on. Alright, does it. Here we go. Plenty of time to perform this Crystal Flash. That's going to be a health refill for Glaucus Hausa. And Traviktox, really the last possible hiccup is going to be right here. Playing it super safe. I can't blame them. Traviktox has shown up in chat here, so we know that they're watching the restream, which is totally cool. It's not a randomizer. There aren't any secrets to be had here. There's no extra information to be gleaned, other than seeing where your opponent is. So Traviktox playing it a little bit safe on the stand-up glitch there, and they're just going to have to go straight to the ship without any detours whatsoever. I mean, they've got time for maybe a detour, but I wouldn't say that they want to do that. Glaucio Salza did actually turn off Varia's suit, but left on Screw Attack. But I'm super glad that Glaucio showed off that Spring Ball Zeb skip. That's super cool. Glaucio Salza also managing not to get glued to the floor. Now, this is actually the one practical use of X-ray scope in this run, is that if you accidentally get glued to the floor during the stand-up glitch, you can get back up. And Traviktox does finish here. A little bit of a hiccup with the speedrun live interface, but we do have an official SRL time of 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 42 seconds. Still beating out the qualifying times of the qualifier rounds, and that was redundant. I'm sorry, I can't think of words. But anyway, sub 130, super good time for Traviktox here, despite a little bit of I'll go ahead and say mistake, but keeping their head in the game, really admirable. 127.42 official SRL time for Traviktox, who finishes in first place for tonight's race. And I'm supposed to push a button here. There we go. Alright. The only... we are going to watch the credits and verify the 100% item completion, but in the meantime, we're going to see if Traviktox has time to come in here and do a little mini interview here, see how the seed was, what their feelings are. Just kidding. I didn't say the R word, randomizer, but I said it. Well, Glaucio is also fixing to get a sub 130 here, which is just That's like a benchmark of a good 100% time. Like, not like top tier like the 113, 114 you see from runners like Behemoth and Zenny, but like a sub 130 and 100% is a time to be proud of in Super Metroid 100%. And Glaucia's going to be right up on that with kind of an error that you wouldn't see, you know, in a personal best run typically. So yeah, it's a really good recovery from Glaucia Salza. Traviktox was in the lead before that, and then, oh no, this is the biggest mistake you can make. Can we save the animals and still get a sub 130? That is the question. Whoa, it's gonna be close. It seems like Glaucia has practiced the movement between Animal Room and the ship, so that raises some eyebrows, but missed the 130 mark, but a 130.04 official speedrun's lifetime for Glaucia Salza. So GG to both of our runners. Thank you very much for popping in here. And it looks like I have the brackets open, and Traviktox is going to be facing the winner of Sasha Boss and Mr. Mistor. Those are their names. They're on challenge, and I apologize if they don't match their Twitch names. But yeah, the number wait, is that's Behemoth? Okay, I see a number 2 there, so that means it's Behemoth. All right, well, remember Behemoth has the world record in this category, and Traviktox has to face the winner between Behemoth and Sasha Boss. But I mean, anything can happen in these races. Many things can happen in these races, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Check out the schedule, follow the runners. Thank you very much for watching. Let's see if we have some time for interviews. Oh, I have to push a button. I remembered the first time. And we have a confirmed 100% item completion for Traviktox, so that is the official GG. Congratulations to Traviktox there. And waiting to see if we have word back from the runners here. Probably want to cool off, maybe get a drink of water before deciding to come in for an interview, but just one moment, please. Okay, unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're getting a response for interviews from the runners here, but thank you everybody very much for watching. Remember to stay tuned for the rest of SpeedGaming Live here. The event just kicked off. The Super Metroid 100% tournament alone has raised over $2,000 for prize pools here. Number 1 runner, will go home with $1,000 US. And let's see what else we have coming up for the Speed Gaming Network. Make sure you follow Speed Gaming. Make sure you follow Traviktox and Glaukio Salza. I will post their links one more time. And if you come back at 9 p.m. tonight, we have the next race on Speed Gaming 2. And once again, that is going to be between Bressingham and Tillamorph, and the amazing Apathy Duck is going to be commentating that race. We've also got a link to the pass randomizer starting at 9:20 on this very channel. So thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week, rest of your weekend, rest of your whatever you may be up to. See you next mission.